Hey everyone, welcome back to another whatever we're doing, which is today Trials of Mana Collab in Last Cloudia. So it's been probably 2 weeks, I guess. That's what it usually is, but I think they've been releasing a lot of collabs recently. If you think about it, the gap between the collabs haven't been that long compared to what they were in the past. I still feel like some of the previous collabs were pretty good, but I've been waiting for this collab to have a rerun for a while because, yeah, a lot of people want honey elixir, right? Which is like one of the most, important skills, or just a really good skill in general, right? And people have been wanting to have it for ages. We haven't been able to have access to it for literally years. I mean, it might have been like 2 years ago or something, but it's been a long time since this collab, so I'm kind of glad they released this collab again, because people weren't really sure if they were going to do that. But yeah, today I'm going to first, same deal as usual, I'm going to go through all the units and stuff first, talk them through. Right now there's 2 units in the game. The first unit you get for free just from going into the event, which is pretty nice. He starts out at level 100. We can showcase him in a bit, but first we're going to go through this gacha first, this new unit and the arc. Now, I don't know what I think about this unit and arc yet, so we're going to have to see. I have looked at units and stuff, obviously, but I don't know if she's going to be any good, or if the arc's going to be any good either, but I have a few ideas, but let's go through it first. So, I haven't played this game ever. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I don't know if I'm even going to bother doing that, because, people are going to hate me for pronouncing it wrong, but anyways. We'll try to avoid using that name then. So stats, first of all. HP is pretty nice, strength and defense pretty nice. Strength, defense and mind seem pretty balanced. All of those stats are pretty similar, but the fact that she has good strength, defense and mind, I feel like they're pretty good stats, because mind is like for healing, and magic defense, and defense is still pretty useful. So I'm glad she's not just like a glass cannon and has a lot of strength and nothing else, but yeah. Decent stats, nothing to complain about that really. Attribute resistance is minus to fire and dark, which is alright, I guess. I mean, that kind of implies you don't really want to use her against any Roys, because that's just gonna, she's gonna get destroyed by any Roy, but yeah, don't do that. Or Logsus, so yeah, after looking at these attribute resistances, I don't think she's gonna be good in Arena, just because minus to dark and fire, Roy and Logsus, I don't think she's going to be any good, but maybe she can do good damage, I have no idea. But anyways, let's go to abilities, which she has some interesting things, very interesting stuff. Skill 1, I do like her skill 1, all of her skills are pretty nice. I don't really like her skill 2 as much, but skill 1 and 3 are pretty nice. Medium area, medium range earth combat attack, so yeah, so earth attribute for a skill 1. Skill 2 is a medium area long range light combo attack, so this is the one reason why I don't really like her skill 2, is it's kind of long, and yeah, it's light. I don't know why it's light. She's kind of got earth and light attribute elements, so I guess that's kind of good, because there isn't that many earth or light units at the moment. I mean, there's a few, but there isn't that many. I still feel like her skill 2 is a bit slow, and yeah, you can use it at long range if you want, which could be useful, but we'll see. Skill 3. So skill 3 is pretty cool. Charge and deal a frontal wide area earth combo attack, so skill 1 and 3 are earth, skill 2 is light. And a special, powerful earth combo attack to all enemies. I do like all enemies. Changes to light if enemies' light resistance is lower, so yeah. This is another one of those units which kind of changes their elements based on the enemy resistance. But her skills don't do that. Her skills 1, 2, and 3, they don't do that, but her special does. So that's kind of strange, really, because it's not really that great, but it's kind of confusing, because you want to do as much damage as possible, but if you focus on earth element, that means your skill 2 is not going to do as much damage, right, because it's light, so you're not getting those earth boosts for that light skill, right? So that's kind of a bad thing, really. But I don't think it's that big of a deal, because that means she can be more useful in content, because she's got 2 elements. But yeah, that's her skills. They do look pretty nice. We'll have to see them later once we show her in battle, if we manage to get her, or we can just use someone else anyway. but we'll see. Traits. Trait 1, Meteorite. Now, some of these bits are quite interesting. Become a Meteorite class, for some reason. Spear equipped, physical damage 40% and damage cap plus 5,000. Now, here's the thing. 5,000 damage cap isn't that much compared to other new units, like Loxus gets plus 10,000 damage cap on his trait, so there you go. This trait is not really that amazing because it's only 5,000 damage cap, but if you look at all of her other skills, you can see she's got some other good stuff to kind of make up for it, because her damage is pretty nice, but I personally think she's not going to be focused on DPS. She's mostly going to be a support kind of unit, so we'll have a look. Trait 2, when unit is alive, all allies receive a physical and magical attack damage plus 20% buff, right? When unit is killed, basically restore all living allies HP and apply defense and mind buff. So that is pretty nice. Kind of implies a support role. When unit dies though, it does that, so kind of whatever really, because she's not really going to die that much, and you don't really want your units to die anyways, so but it's still a nice thing. And getting that physical and magic attack damage buff is pretty nice. If it was like a plus 2,000 damage cap as well, I would have loved that really. That would have made up for a lot of things, but anyway, it's not, so you have to deal with that, but it's still nice. I'm going to assume it doesn't stack with other physical or magical attack damage buffs, because I'm assuming it doesn't. Let's go to skills. Now, she's got some good stuff here. Let's start from the top though, like always. She starts off with Honey Elixir, which is great, because that means you're saving a lot of SC there. You don't have to put it on her, and since she's got it on already, kind of think that maybe her kit is going to be good, because she's already got it, possibly. But yeah, that means you don't need to get the Honey Elixir arc. I would still recommend getting the arc, because it's just going to be more useful than this unit anyways, but yeah, glad she's got Honey Elixir. Brave Phaser, Aura Phaser, kind of good buffs. Full Metal Hugger, I wasn't sure what this did, so I'm going to have to see this. Confers a barrier which neutralizes a basic status element one time only. Now that is pretty useful. I mean, it's not that useful, but it's got its uses, right? Like, let's say you're up against a boss which inflicts a lot of ailments, right? You can just put this on everyone, and then the first time the unit gets inflicted with a ailment effects, then it's going to be neutralized. So it can be useful, but there isn't that many bosses which do that. I guess it doesn't really matter in Arena too much, because 12 MP, right? So yeah, still nice though. HP up max, so she has got some decent HP. Fighting Spirit 5 is great. I do like that. Resolve up 4. It's pretty nice, more defense on mine. That's why her stats are pretty good, because she's got those increases. So yeah, pretty nice stats because of those skills. Royal Armor, Illusion is always nice, evading physical attacks, but a lot of bosses do magic, so. Auto Brave is great, and Protection, and Critical, and Haste. Now all of these 4 skills are basically always very strong on physical DPS units, so I'm glad that she has all of these already, because that just saves a lot of SC. And I kind of think, do I want to have Fast Brave or do I want to have Auto Brave? Because Fast Brave is a lot cheaper, but it only lasts a certain amount of time, so I don't have to worry about that now because she's already got all of these skills on her already. So there you go, don't have to worry about that. Awaken, I personally like Awaken a lot. It does help a lot with survivability. Basically when you go down to very low health, you get healed by a bunch. It's basically 9,999 HP, and you get buffs and movement speed and stuff. It's really nice. Now here's where it's kind of interesting. You got a bunch of Earth skills, right? You got Earth High Drive, Attack Raise 2, Attack Raise 3 is more damage cap for Earth, which does not apply to her skill 2, so remember that. And she's got Light High Drive and Light Critical Raise. Now there's no Light Attack Raise 3, which means from this, her skill 2 is losing out on 2,000 damage cap at the moment, which kind of sucks really, but It's still kind of good though, because it's going to allow her other skills to do more damage. But another thing I can think of, let's say the enemy resistance is lower with light, use her special. That means her special damage cap is going to be 2000 lower as well, and also going to do less damage. I mean, not the it's not the biggest deal ever, but it's still kind of, you know, I would have liked light attack raise 3 as well, but I guess it kind of, she might be better as a earth attacker instead of a light focused one, so think about that. Pose of Victory is nice. Goddess Kiss is also huge because she's got Honey Elixir with Goddess Kiss is like the best combination you can have, really. That's just so good because that saves a lot of SC. You don't have to put it on her because she's already got both of those, so that's great. I do like that. Megalodon Shield, don't really care too much about that because she's not really going to be used in Arena, and there isn't that many bosses which do long range physical attacks anyways, and she's probably going to be right up. She's going to be close, right? Because she's going to be a physical attacker as well, so I don't really care too much about that. Spear high boost is nice. More physical attack damage and less physical damage taken. This is why spears are pretty nice, because you take less physical damage. That's pretty good. Spear mega boost is basically the same thing as high boost, but plus 2000 damage cap as well. So that's pretty nice. They have changed around some of the mega boost skills. It's kind of confusing, but don't have to worry about that here. Quick trigger is also very good. Do like that. Sharp eyes with Goddess Kiss. Pretty nice combination. Now these skills down here are all new ones. So Oracle, when using a summoning stone, apply a strength int defense and mind buff by 20% buff to all allies, which is nice. Now here's the thing that it's kind of confusing a bit. Star Lancer class plus 25% instead. Meteorite class plus 35% instead. Now here's the thing. All of these down here have that same thing. I don't know what a Star Lancer class is, because I don't know if I've read that anywhere. Her trait 1 says become a meteorite class. So, I mean, I'm assuming that all of these skills are going to be the meteorite class buff instead of the rest of them, because it says her trait 1 she becomes a meteorite class. So, I mean, I don't know why it has the other classes there. I don't know. So, let's just say it's always going to be the meteorite class buff, because I don't know really on the other classes, because as trait 1 says she becomes a meteorite class to begin with. So, there you go. Defense boost all. All of these are pretty nice. These are why I think she's going to be pretty useful. When unit is alive, all allies physical damage taken minus 10% for a meteorite class. Now that is pretty huge because it's all allies, and minus 10% physical damage taken is a pretty nice one because it's not increased defense, it's less damage taken by a percentage, which is always like the best you can have really. And the same for magic. You got minus 10% magical damage taken with the meteorite class to all allies, which is also very strong. And the last one here, when unit is alive, restores all allies HP by 40 in the meteorite class every 2 seconds. So this one is also very nice. People were saying it could go with one of the skills that I don't remember the name of, because the one that gives you SCT whenever you use a healing magic or something, that one doesn't apply to this because someone's already mentioned that, so that kind of sucks really, but I still think she's going to be a good unit. Here's the main reason. She's got all of these, she's got these 3, which are very good, and she's got some good damage increases, and she also has some good survivability with HP and defense and stuff like that. She also got Honey Elixir and some phasers with this, so I personally feel like she's going to be a good support unit. Obviously not even close to Tharia, it's not really a good comparison really, because she's also a physical attacker, so she can do decent damage. It's not the highest damage, but she is still going to be able to do some good damage. But as well as that, she can also buff your units with this trait, and also apply buffs with these phases and honey elixir as well as all of these 3 buffs down here, which are going to stack with everything. So that's why I think she's going to be a good unit, because all of her buffs that she's got giving to the party, the entire team, that's why I think she's going to be useful. Because let's say you're up against a boss, right, and the boss does a ridiculous amount of damage, right, you're going to want to have these boosts stacking with other damage reduction boosts from other units, right? I think this is going to be very good. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've heard other people saying like she's not that great because she doesn't do that much damage and stuff like that, but don't think about the damage. I mean, yeah, her damage is not the best, it's not great, but maybe her hit counts are pretty decent, maybe her skills are fast, I don't really know, because I haven't tested it, but that's not her main thing. She can be a good support unit with all of these buffs and everything, so, and honey elixir as well. I think she's going to be a useful unit, for sure. And do I think she's going to be useful in the future? Kind of depends, really. It depends on if they start releasing more hard content, like hard bosses that do a lot of damage. You're really going to want to use this unit because she reduces the damage, as well as healing everyone every 2 seconds by 40 HP, which isn't a lot, but still kind of useful. So, let's say you have a glass cannon type unit which does a lot of damage, but very low HP. She's going to be very useful with one of those units because she's going to be able to keep those alive and allow them to take less damage. So yeah, I think she's going to be very good. If you use her for more of a support unit, she's going to be very, very useful. But if you use her for just DPS, I don't think she's going to be that great just for a DPS. So make sure to think about that. She's definitely a good support unit, is what I think personally. Now, let's go over the arc, which is kind of a bit disappointing, really. I mean, compared to the unit, I do like the unit a lot more. So let's go over this arc anyways. HP is pretty nice. Strength, defense, and mind is also pretty nice too. You would think maybe this would be good for the unit as well. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the trait that much. I mean, maybe. I mean, there's other arcs you could use. Earth attack damage plus 20%. Now here's the thing. I know she's an earth attacker, right? But she's also got light element skills like her skill 2, and her special can be light as well. So, yeah, earth attack damage plus 20%, but what about her other skills, right? Anyways, when unit nears death on a boss wave, restore 1 SET stock for all skills and HP by 50% once per wave. Okay, so think about this. I'm thinking about this because it's kind of weird, because it says on a boss wave when near death, but it can only be applied once per wave, so it's only going to happen once, only on a boss wave, so it's kind of limited, but restoring 1 SET stock for all skills and getting 50% HP is still pretty useful though. It's still pretty nice. Killer and Slayer or attribute weakness damage taken minus 20% is nice. Effect does not stack with itself. Yeah, obviously that makes sense. So just a minus 20%. If you're taking killer or slayer damage and weakness of attribute, then it's still only going to be minus 20%. It doesn't stack to minus 40%. So that's kind of what it's saying, really. So this trait is not bad, it's not terrible, but there's a lot of other arcs out there which kind of perform better or have better usage, really. But this trait is still pretty nice because the earth damage by 20% all the time is pretty damn nice. And restoring 1 SET of all skills and 50% HP when you're close to death on a boss wave is definitely useful. It's not bad, it's definitely useful, and taking less Slayer or attribute weakness damage by 20% is also pretty nice. So yeah, I can definitely see this being useful on the unit, but I don't know really if I would use that or not. I mean, it's not that bad, it is pretty nice. Let's go over the skills. So skills, Spirit Breath is what I was thinking of. Spirit Breath, Earth Boost, Spirit Shield, and then some new skills. When healing an ally near death, HP recovery plus 30%. For 6 SC, I wouldn't use this because there's really no point. You could just use Spirit Maiden Theria, right? And her healing capabilities are already very strong, so you don't really need her to get plus 30% HP recovery, because you don't really need to worry about that. So I personally would not use this skill ever, really. I don't see a use for it, unless you are using a unit which has a ridiculous amount of HP, and they kind of need it, but I don't see any unit that kind of needs this specifically, so Stone Armor is nice. Continuous Stone Wall. 8 SC though, but continuous Stone Wall. I don't know if I would use this either. I mean, it is continuous, right? Which is nice. It's kind of nice, but it's just kind of expensive. But let's say you're going up against a boss, which is... I mean, Stonewall is kind of confusing. I think Stonewall is reduced fire damage. No, actually, reduced thunder damage, right? Because Stonewall... all of these things are confusing, but Stonewall is still... Stone Armor is not bad. It's kind of nice. It's definitely got usability there, but still expensive. Earth Critical Raise is also pretty nice, but expensive, very expensive. So yeah, the skills on this arc are not the best. I mean, they're not terrible either. Stone Armor and Earth Critical Raise are pretty nice. The rest of the skills I don't really care about. So yeah, these two are nice, but they're not really a must-have or anything. They're just like a bonus. So, last thing to look at is the Arc Ether Award. Is this going to change my mind about this arc at all? Well, I kind of already know the answer because I've already seen this. It's going to be a no. There's an accessory, adds defense and mind by not that much. Chance to auto guard is the trait, which kind of underwhelming really, because that's all it does. If you think about this, guard is a skill which takes like 1 or 2 SC. You could just put that skill on. You don't need the accessory. You can put better accessories on instead. If the accessory trait was taking like 10% reduced damage, that would be pretty useful. Or like 30% reduced damage when guarding or something like that would have been like some kind of use, right? But Element Resistance does nil Curse, I think it's Curse, and Resistance Stun. So the Element Resistance is here, and also nil to Poison. So the main reason you're going to use this accessory is for these Element Resistances. You're not really going to use it for the trait because it kind of sucks, and the stats are kind of bad too. So yeah, the Element Resistances are very good, but that's it. That's kind of it. So yeah, there's nothing really very strong about this arc, nothing I can see that's going to be ridiculously strong, but it's still a nice arc to have if you do manage to get it. I would just say, yeah, definitely don't try and get it on purpose, because you don't really need it. You really don't need it at all. I mean, if you do manage to get it, don't complain because it's still good. But let's say you're going for the unit and you manage to get the arc instead. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, but still, it's nice that you have it, right? Because more arcs the better, really. But yeah, nothing crazy about this arc. I would personally say the unit is definitely better than the arc this time, because she's definitely got some good usability, more useful than the arc in my opinion. Even if she gets outdated, I mean, yeah, her damage potential is already outdated compared to new units, but don't think about that. Think about her role as a support unit. So there you go. It's going to be useful. But yeah, that's the unit and the arc. What should we go over next? I mean, there's a few things I want to talk about, really. I mean, we'll do it in order. We'll go over the paid equipment now, because that's kind of a good time. And then maybe, I don't know what next, we'll have to see. There's a few trading spaces here for the events. Prisms, definitely going to do those. Haven't done them yet. Yes, this one. Okay, so this, she's got a paid spear. We haven't had that many spear units. Haven't had one in literally ages. I don't remember the last spear unit that we've had. I mean, Tukasa, or whatever his name is from the Dr. Stone collab. I think he's a spear unit. That's the only one I can think of, really. They really need to try and release more spear units because they're not that bad. If you think about it, spear units taking less physical damage and also being able to do damage is a pretty nice one. So let's go over her cloth first, armor first. It's an armor, because why would you use an armor on a DPS kind of unit? More HP, defense is nice in mind. The traits, damage taker minus 10%. Now that is pretty good. Lower chance to take critical attacks and HP plus 15%. Now let's say you're not using her at all for a DPS. Why would you do that first of all? But anyways, I would not specifically use the paid crystals just to get this one. I mean, it does have plus 10 to dark, which she does have minus 10 to dark, so that could be a good thing. I don't really care about that though, really don't. But yeah, the trait is good, it's not bad, it's just there's other armors like Godforge armor you could use instead, which is free, you know, which has a lot higher stats as well. But yeah, I personally wouldn't specifically go for this armor because I'm just going to use dual wield anyway. And I'm not going to use an armor because I kind of want dual wield for her to do damage and be a support, kind of do both at the same time. So yeah, I mean, it's not a bad armor, I just would not recommend it at all. If you've got some spare prisms, I mean, if you've got spare credentials, I would recommend getting prisms. And maybe the spear that we're going to look at right now. Spear, earth attributes, some pretty nice earth attribute. Spear, I was kind of expecting this. I was really hoping for this kind of spear. More strength and defense, pretty nice. Now here's the trait, which I've been happy about. Physical attack damage cap plus 1500. This can apply to both light and earth, which is great. Critical rate plus 5%. And physical damage 10%. Now this trait is what I like to see on a paid weapon for a unit. This is like the most ideal one that you can get because it's more damage and more damage cap, which is what I like to have. So yes, there's a different spear that increases earth physical damage by like 30%, but if you don't need that, if you're already hitting your damage cap without that spear, then use this instead. You're getting a higher damage cap, which means your overall damage is going to be higher if you're already hitting your damage cap, and you're also getting more critical rate, which is going to benefit Icy Guardian if you are using that. So I personally like this spear. This time I would personally recommend to get the spear first and then the prisms afterwards, depending on how many credentials you have. If you're free to play, obviously don't worry about any of these. The spear is kind of like a nice bonus really, more damage cap and more damage. There is an earth spear in Godforge, and a spear that increases physical damage by 30%, which is a very good spear to use. It's definitely a very strong one to use for this unit. But I'm definitely going to get the spear instead, because I personally like more damage cap, because it has higher potential and more critical rate. I just like the spear. So yeah, some good equipment, mostly the spear's good, and the prisms are nice. Don't care about the armor. But yeah, that's it for part 1, the unit and the arc. But we're not done, because you also have to do summons, and some other things to talk about, which is a rerun of Secret of Mana Collab, which is also here. So you got Randy's paid sword, which I had no idea what this was. This paid sword of Randy is very expensive. Why would you get this? Only if you're stupidly paid to win. I know I am, but I'm not one of those guys that would just spend, you know, 50 summons, which is a lot. How many is 50 summons of paid crystals? I don't know. That's like 15,000 paid crystals, which is stupidly expensive, like over 100. I don't know. That's a lot for just a sword. I'm just gonna look at it anyways. Chance to activate absorb 10% damage, restore HP by 1, or restore SET with physical attacks. I'm not going to talk too much about this. The strength is low, yeah, because it's an old one. It's been here since the first time this collab was here, so it's nothing new, but the trait on this sword is very nice though, not going to lie. But why would you get this? Randy's a very old unit, but if you're using him, I guess maybe if you want to, but I don't really care about that. But yeah, there's a lot of other trading spaces here. This one is what I'm very excited for. This trading space is just amazing. I mean, I recommend everyone to do this if you can. If you can't, then it kind of sucks for you, because free-to-play players are going to really be sad about this. But people like me, this is a great day because of this arc. But yeah, let's go to summons now, because we've got a few things to do. I have, before this stream started, before I started the stream, I did do some of the event because I wanted to get the event tickets to use for this, because in case I get something. But let's do this first. Some orb recoveries are going to be useful. XP potions. Some seeds, which are basically just event materials. And mother souls are nice. And some souls for Duran. It's a pretty nice unit. I mean, yeah, I could look over him, but I'm gonna look over him a bit later. Now, let's have a little break from that. Let's have a look at the gacha and see what's here. So first of all, what I was really looking forward to do today was doing this step gacha. This step gacha right here. Because I really do want this arc, because this arc has honey elixir. I mean, almost everyone's going to be wanting this arc at this point. Pretty much, almost, it's going to be a lot of people getting this arc. Even if you're unlucky, you can still, you can still get this arc just from using 9,000 paid crystals. But if you can't get the paid crystals, kind of sucks, because if you don't get lucky and don't get the arc, you're missing out on a lot here. But here's the first thing I'm going to do. Not do this yet. I'm going to be using tickets first, because I got some here. We can do 20 summons from tickets. We're going to do that and then the step gacha, because I want to get honey elixir. I know I didn't get honey elixir when this collab first came out, because I had no idea. I had no idea. I was just a noob back in my noob times. I know everyone's been there. This collab is like 2 years old. I was around when this collab was around originally, the first time this collab was around. But yeah, hopefully I can get something. This doesn't look good. I'm skipping this one. There's no reds in here. I can't really expect to get much from tickets, can I? Not really. I mean, maybe it means Sarlacc will be saved for the actual banner itself. That would be nice. But yeah, when this collab first came out, I do remember that was kind of around the time I started, was when this collab first came out, and at least 3 issued at this time. So I remember getting Randy first. I think I got Randy, and I got the mage unit. I still don't know how to pronounce her name, the weird name. I thought at the time I was using her over Randy because I got a dupe of her, so I thought, yeah, a dupe's going to be more beneficial, it's going to mean that unit's better, but no, because I had no idea Randy was good when he came out. Only one red. It's not going to be anything new, because it's only tickets. But yeah. One thing I really want to do, this is what I've been waiting for, doing the step gacha. Now there is a friend point gacha campaign going on, which is very nice. I do like those. I have already used some, but let's do the step gacha. I could use some free crystals on this banner, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to save the free crystals for different banners. I'm not gonna try and rely on randomness to get the arc. I'm just gonna go get it guaranteed, because it seems like the best thing to do instead of relying on things. Yeah, I did actually, let me look at something. Show something. I did actually get some more crystals today, because they got this deal going on. Black Friday pack is a very good pack. It's a very nice one. You can buy 3 of these maximum. It's a very nice pack. It's actually the best deal if you are a pay-to-win player or just want crystals for the best deal. And then this pack is like the best one to get. I mean, yeah, you could get a lower pack if you don't have the money or don't want to spend it, but it's still a nice pack to have. I do like that pack. Now, let's do this lap. Gonna do this one. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we can get the arc from the first step and just use only 3,000 paid crystals and be done. But that's in the ideal world. In real world, I'm gonna have to use 9,000 paid crystals, which I'm fine with because it's honey elixir, which is a amazing deal just for honey elixir arc, which can be used on literally any unit you want. So yeah, I'm not too worried about getting reds. I kind of am, because this is looking disappointing so far, which I might skip this one. I'm not. We're going to watch these ones. But I already know for sure we're going to get the honey elixir arc guaranteed, no matter how it goes. So, you know, kind of didn't expect a red from this one, because it's looked disappointing from the start, but yeah. After we've done this step gacha, what should I do next? I don't know. There's a few things. There's still a few things. We need to look at Duran, because he's an interesting unit and he's free. But we also have to maybe we can try going for the part 1 units in the arc maybe, but I do kind of want the unit. The rear, I'm hoping for something new. I mean, I already have Randy and the mage. That's it. That's why is there 0 animations? I've had this a few times in the past where there's been, yeah, we don't have to worry about this. Have it, it's just very disappointing when you see 3 shown up. 3 people show up as well, and then it's a gold. You're thinking, oh, this is like a good chance for red, but then you get 0 animations. It kind of just disappointing, really. But here's the last one. Let's go. Don't have to worry about what we get here. I mean, if we can get the arc, I mean, I'm not asking for it because we can get it anyways. I would at least hope for a red because I want to at least have a chance. Come on, why is it blue? I was hoping to at least get 1 red to at least have something. Because I don't have Prim, and apparently her buff was pretty nice. Anyways. I don't think there's going to be anything in this one either. Nope. There's a red. Actually, I'm happy about that. Even though it's going to be nothing. Yeah, really. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about getting the arc because we've already got it. We can just go to training space. You know, this music kind of helps me, you know. It's kind of chill music. Doesn't make me mad. Kind of glad. Okay, which one is it? This one. It's this arc, right? Final Fantasy Adventure. I don't want to be a dum-dum, so I'm gonna go check. Have a look at everything first. So, yeah, you can do this again if you want. I'm not gonna. So, we got Prim, which got a nice buff. I'm not really gonna look into these units too much. This unit, Poi, I think, I don't really know. I do have her already, because I got her ages ago. I don't think she's going to be that great. Randy is Randy, you know, he's still a good unit. I mean, with this buff, he's not the best unit, but he's still a nice unit. He is going to be useful. I mean, if you've got a bunch of newer units, then you don't really need him, but still, he's going to be fun to use. So, you've got Secret of Mana, which is this one. I don't really care about that one. We're going to be getting this one. Final Fantasy Adventure has a honey elixir, so do that one. I mean, if I were to trade the wrong arc, that would just be stupid. Just don't do that. Final Fantasy Adventure is this one. There you go. Finally. For ages. You can get this arc. Yeah, I can already imagine there's going to be so many people getting this arc now. I mean, there you go. That's a good thing. I'm gonna leave that for the moment. Yeah, I got everything apart from Secret of Mana and Prim. I am not gonna worry about getting those because I don't care too much about that. But yeah, what should we do next? I mean, we got this. can't use part 2 tickets yet. Part 2 is next week, I think. I haven't looked. Another cactus. Oh yeah, I found a few cacti or whatever from the event, which I haven't claimed yet. Bunch of seeds, basically just summoned things for the event material stuff. There you go. Okay, so there's a few things I wanted to do. What did I want to do next? I mean, I guess we can just move on to this one now. Yeah, honey elixir is definitely the most important thing in this collab because you need it, really. I mean, you don't need it. You can live without it, but if you don't have it, you don't know what it's like to have it. But once you have it and you know how good it is and you've used it, you just don't know what to do without it, really, because it's so good. But yeah, use all the units MP to recover HP and restore all SCT. Main reason why it's good is because it's time stop and basically cast instantly. So yeah, a very good arc because of honey elixir. Just get it. You have to get it. I mean, if you have the choice of getting either honey elixir or a new unit, get honey elixir instead. Get that arc because it's just, you need it, really. It's just change the game for you. So yeah, even for new players, because this arc has been out for like 2 years pretty much, so, and it's still one of the best skills honey elixir is, so that's how useful it is. Arcs don't get outdated, you don't have to worry about that. I mean, yeah, they could get replaced, like their traits, and maybe the skill could be more available, but the arc is still going to have very good usability. So yeah, let's do the step catcher. I'm really hoping I can get the unit because I do actually want her. We're going to skip most of these because we don't expect any reds, because I was hoping that was going to be in the unit and I'll be done, but no, can't expect that in this world because it's not going to happen, is it? I mean, it's happened before, a few times. Not that many. But yeah, I do want her because she seems good. In my opinion, it's going to be good. Now the skip is not going to be red in this one. There's going to be a 1 gold, the rest are blue. Never mind. It was 3 summons, not 5. Or 6. I don't know what my plan is. I mean, everyone is saying, save your crystals. I mean, use your crystals for honey elixir, and then save the rest to wait for part 2 to see what it's like. But, big but, is, I'm not really like that. I still want this part 1 unit, even though, I mean, people don't think she's the best, but I still think she's going to be useful. Plays a red, no red, only 1 animation. I don't know if I'm going to go for pity on this unit or not. I guess we'll see. I kind of do, but the unit in part 2 could be a very good unit. So you have to do lap 2 and lap 3 to get guaranteed unit. Let me just check trading space. I do definitely want to get enough to get a spear first, so I'm at least going to do 1 of these steps and then use some free crystals, because paid crystals are paid crystals. You know how valuable they are. They are way more valuable than free crystals. Hopefully I can get her soon, because I know we just started, but seriously, please, hoping, don't be like the last one that we had. Please, don't have 0 animations to be a gold, because that's just gonna ruin everything. Literally. Don't disappoint me. Okay, it's not 0. It's a unit. Okay, this is gonna be a dupe. We've already got Leona dupe. It's probably gonna give me 1 red. We haven't gotten multiple reds in a while. Units. Yes, we're done. Now, I don't have to worry about doing the pity, because you know how expensive it is to use 30,000 paid crystals just to get a unit, right? I know. Well, this is useful. This is nice. I'm definitely going to be able to showcase her soon. One problem though, I'm kind of running out on clusters. I tried to farm some this week and last week, but I don't know if I got enough to max. I was hoping that would be the ark, but can't be too picky. You know, I'm kind of glad I didn't use the free crystals, because that means I really need to change Nightbot. I really do. I have lined the Nightbot set up for Knights and Dragons still. That's gone. Knights and Dragons is no more. It is forever in the past. But anyways, training space time. I know I need to do 4 more single summons to get the spear, so we're going to do that quickly. And then we're going to showcase her and Duran. This might take some time. I'm not going to be able to max both units. I'm only going to be able to get most skills on only one of them, so it's going to have to be the new unit. I should try pronouncing her. Rice. That's the best you can get. Okay, 4 single summons. Don't lose count. I know how to count to 4. We're going to skip all these because there's not going to be any reds because there's only 4 summons. Single summons. A blue. I mean, what's the chance that there's going to be 4 blues? Pretty high. Okay, for the second one, we've got 2 left after this one as a gold. I mean, at least it's something. And 1 more after this one. Another blue. 1 more. Then we're done. I can save the paid crystals. This is what I was hoping for. Saving paid crystals for. Skip. Saving paid crystals for part 2. So then I can most likely get that unit, because I'm almost certain it looks like the unit in part 2 is going to be a mage, because it looks like she's holding a staff. I have never played or seen Trials of Mana or whatever this mana event, mana stuff. Anyways, let's go use her now. This is going to be my event team for the moment, because this is going to be great. This is kind of what I wanted my event team to be. Kind of just waiting for the part 2 unit now, because I'm prepared for that. Anyways, let's go over her now. She does look nice. She's going to be a pretty nice unit. I'm glad our luck has been better recently. I mean, we basically had some good luck, and then all of our luck went away in Major Banner, and then it all came back afterwards for a little while. I mean, maybe part 2 will be bad, but I'm not too worried about it, because if she's that good, then I'm just going to go get her anyway, guaranteed, so we'll see how it is. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to using her with the... I don't think I actually went to the trading space to get the spear, did I? I don't think I did that. Yeah, let's get it now. Spear is a nice spear. This is what I'm going to be using on her at all times. Mostly for story stages and stuff like that. Hard stages is going to be nice. But yeah. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to learn all of her skills, but I will try. I'm running low on red clusters and rainbow clusters, and red mega clusters. I've only got like 2 left, so that's kind of sucks really, but we're fine. Appreciated. Okay, we should be able to get her to 4th enhance, because I've got a bunch of these materials. So many magic beast meat. I don't know why magic beast meat sounds wrong to me. I don't know. The new LR arc it doesn't have honey elixir, only the old one the whatever the one adventure arc is. Yeah, I got a lot of Lights of the World, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, Honey Elixir was only on one arc. The new LR arc, don't worry about it because it's not that great in my opinion. It's nice to have, but I'm not going to summon. I'm not going to do any more summons at all because I don't care about that arc. I mean, if maybe, but no, because I have to stop myself. Okay, what should we do? Gold potion, crimson potion, normal potions. 81. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. I'm just going to use a gold potion, I think. Or not. I mean, I will. Or I won't. I won't. I will use normal potions. I might use the gold potion on the part 2 unit. Because I've got a lot of these currently that I can use. So I can still get her to at least 60. Which is what I will do. There you go. Good thing I can skip these now. We don't have to go through those animations and be here for literally years. Almost. Hopefully I can get to level 43 at some point. 200 more souls. Perfect. Awaken. Definitely going to do that. I don't know what her stats are going to be. Just with level 60 base stats. We'll have to see. But yeah, it does look like, with this collab, they updated the game with some quality of life features, like being able to do a bunch of summons on the friend gacha easily, and being able to skip animations is just very useful. Now, I've already got one prism from the event. I expect there might be like, yeah, there should be 2 more. I think 2 more, yeah. There should be a maximum of 3 prisms in the event. I'm pretty sure I read that, there's usually 3. I could go and get 2 more from the thing, you know, trading space, but I'm not doing that because that's like 6,000 paid crystals just to get a prism per prism. I'm not going to do that. Unless part 2, I might do it for part 2 depending on how many it takes me, but let's go to unlock her abilities now. And I don't know what her ward is. I'm expecting damage cap or 1% less or more damage. Yeah, earth damage taken minus 1%. It's not that great, but it's still something. Okay. She already got Honey Elixir, I definitely want that straight away. Yeah, I know both units are not ridiculously good like the Roy, you know, Roy is not Roy tier. No collab units have been Roy tier from the previous collabs, but they are still good units. If you stop comparing them to other units, then you can see how good they are just for what they are, you know. They are still good. I mean, I'm glad I didn't have to do a bunch of summons for her because that just saves a lot of crystals on my part, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can compare to some units, like, compare it. I don't know if it's just me, but the sound kind of seems off. Might be. Yeah, Roy tier is like a glass cannon DPS with alchemy. Alchemy is stupidly good. Yeah, the sound is not it's not me. It's probably just the emulator and the fact that I'm in the skill screen. If I back out, what happened to the sound? Okay, we're gonna have to ignore that if you can, because I don't. Definitely the unlockability board problem. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, Fighting Spirit 5, very nice. I can put on other Fighting Spirit skills to stack with that, which is going to be great. Looking forward to that. Auto Haste is very nice. I mean, yeah, you could use Tinkerly. Tinkerly gives damage cap. I know, she's good. But, think about this. This skill seems like it's gonna stack with literally everything. So, you could still use her, and Tinkerly, and Thoria. You're gonna literally never die ever, because you're gonna have so many buffs. And I'm pretty sure these buffs always stack, because when unit is alive, all allies magical damage taken, it doesn't say it's a buff, so it's like it's gonna apply all the time. This sound is kind of, you know, this kind of what the sound sounds like is it sounds like it's turned into like a .exe game where the sound is going like stupidly scary for some reason. Anyways, defense boost all was also great. You can just imagine this, you put all of this defense boost all with a tank unit. You have a tank unit on the team as well with her and Thoria. What are you gonna do really? You can't really do much. You're never gonna die. The tank's never gonna die at all ever. Actually, I do have some good amount of red clusters. Okay, that's fine. Rainbow clusters are a problem at the moment though. I should have enough for this though. Should be fine. Illusion's great. You know, if we end up going into battle and the sound is still like crap, I'm just gonna have to close the game and open it, because that always fixes it. And I don't get this problem a lot. It happens with some games, like, I just think it's a problem with the game. And maybe the emulator. I don't get it on the phone. It's not a problem. My phone, it's just emulator. Earth Attack Raise 2. Earth Attack Raise 3 might be on 5th Enhance. Probably is. Usually is. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Part 2 unit, because she could have some insane magic skills. Because if you look at Dr. Stone Collab, the magic from Dr. Stone, science magic, was just so amazingly good for magic. That was a good time for magic, good time for mages, and it's still like top tier magic science. Yeah, if she's gonna, I'm hoping she's busted. I mean, I'm really hoping she is gonna be like a top tier unit, because I'm hoping she's not going to compete against Magia. The main reason being, I had to do 300 summons just for Magia because Magia was so good. And Magia is already just an amazing unit. You don't need her. You don't need another unit to compete Magia for a long time. You can't say she's going to be better than Magia, because I can't say that, because Magia's just great. I can't imagine her being any better than Magia, because Magia's just, he's got the ultimate casting. She won't have ultimate casting, so even if she's definitely not going to have as high damage cap magic. I'm missing like 3 skills. But it looks like what I'm thinking is she looks purple, right? So I'm thinking she's going to be like a dark mage or something. But that's just from the looks. Looks can be deceiving. She can be a rainbow mage, possibly. But I have no idea, because we don't have information on her for like another week. So, yeah. But here's what people are thinking. The ark could be good, because the ark could have limited magic, collab magic on skills on the ark, which you can put on other mages like Elixir or Magia or someone like that. It could be a very strong arc if there's like unique magic on that arc. That's a possibility. Anyways, we've got all of our skills unlocked for 4th Enhance. I can't get it to level 100 yet, that takes a lot of time. 81. Yeah, I always do the showcase with 4th Enhance. where these are all of her base skills, nothing extra yet. Yeah, Duran, 31k is quite low. I mean, that's insanely bad. Think about it. You've got single build units hitting around 48,000, 45,000, 50,000, like A2 and Lanceville. Duran is not going to do anywhere near as good compared to those, but he does have non-attribute skills, so that's good. And maybe his pursuit attacks can make up for it. Yeah, this spear is definitely a good one to use on this unit. Could be a very good spear to use, but if you're already hitting damage cap, use a paid spear. It's a good one. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of him, but I haven't tested him yet because I haven't had the time yet. What accessories am I going to have on her? That's the big, huge question. And the other question is, am I going to put on, for dual wield, am I going to put on another sword? Or am I going to put on Trishula instead? That depends on the content that I'm putting her in. If I'm putting on a sword, then I can put on more damage cap, right? But if I'm putting on Trishula, then that's going to be good, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so accessories, what am I going to use? Mintful Relief I'm not putting on a sword, so no reason to use that. When a sword is equipped, or a claw, I'm not using any of those. Anything else that's good? I mean, kind of looking for more damage here. At least one accessory that gives damage. I mean, what you could do is put on God Heal on her, make her a good healer. This is one. Yeah, if you can't tell, I've been using Zleorg in multiplayer. It's pretty broken. I mean, I have a pretty decent build for him, not gonna lie. He's hitting for like 41,000 with dual wield. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I've been enjoying that. I've been doing some farming. It's been pretty great. I don't know if they're going to fix that or anything. I'm not going to worry about that anyway. This is not a focus on Zleorg. This is just a focus on the Collab stuff. So, what second accessories should I put on? Good question. I got a good idea. Or maybe it's not a good idea. It is, if I can find it, it is continuous regeneration and magic barrier could be nice. Regeneration and magic barrier. Does she have magic barrier? I don't think so. She doesn't. That could be nice. I mean, there's no damage increases. I don't have dual wield yet because we don't have any of base skills, but what was I looking at? Yeah, she's got auto skills, she's got brave, protection, critical, and haste, so no magic barrier, so this could be a nice one. If you're making her DPS, a physical DPS, then I definitely recommend to put this ring on because her damage cap isn't that high. And her paid one is pretty nice too. So yeah, that's going to be my build for the moment. I mean, I didn't actually confirm that like a dummy. We're going to do that again. Okay. Ignore that. Let me put on an armor this time. What armor can I put on? Nullified damage is nice. This one is nice for recovery. It's for healing. This one is good. I have it on Lanceville, which I'm currently using. I'm pretty sure there's no armors that increase damage. I mean, there's one, but I'm not going to use it. Feel critical damage. Okay, I'm just going to go with the one that I was thinking of. More movement speed is nice. Yeah, definitely free-to-play players. Well, this is basically applying to everyone. Just get Honey Elixir. Only get Honey Elixir, save the rest for part 2. I recommend, I'm going to say that to everyone. Everyone's going to recommend you the same thing. Get Honey Elixir, and then save for part 2. Because we don't know if part 2 unit is going to be ridiculously strong or not. I'm hoping she's going to be good, but different than Maja. because Maja is already ridiculously strong. He's like so good. So I expect her to be unique and different than Maja, and like hopefully focused on dark or something like Collab, magic. Anyway, we don't know what she's gonna be. Let me just equip this stuff. I should have done this already. Where is the ring? Here it is. Put it on. There we go. Accessory. Go to the bottom. I mean, more SET could be nice. Yeah, definitely save crystals, but get honey elixir. I'm gonna say it as many times as I have to. Yeah, this one. That's what I wanted. Earth attack damage plus 5%, and when earth attacking, chance to recover 1% of damage as HP. That's going to be a very good accessory for her earth skills, anyways. Yeah, I mean, all collab units have at least gotten some good usability. No units are bad. I mean, you've got some units that perform worse than others. If you look at her stats, her defense and mind already over 1,000, which, yeah, is because I have armor on right now and not dual wield. Which, yeah, I will put dual wield on, I will, but not, I need to learn it first. So, what we're gonna do now? Well, I'm gonna try and learn dual wield when I can, which is gonna be soon, but first of all, I definitely need to level up this. I should do that now. I'm gonna go and try and showcase her with her base skills and the current equipment that I have on her. Yeah, this is so much faster. I'm gonna skip all the animations now, it's pretty good. Honey Elixir at level 8. Yeah, once I've done some stuff, I'm gonna start putting Honey Elixir on literally everyone. Like, Jen. I mean, there's so many examples. Every single wield unit can benefit from Honey Elixir, pretty much. Even Duran. Yeah, this song is definitely going to get in my head. It kind of already has. I've heard this song for so long already. I think the music is back to normal, by the way. Yep. Well, there's Honey Elixir. I'm going to run out of red souls. Should be fine. Yeah, there you go, max 10. And it is kind of weird using a Collab arc, which is an SSR. It's so old, before they had limited rare arcs. Anyways, I'm going to be equipping dual wield arc, Sandworm, because I'm going to learn that soon. But first of all, we're going to do one thing. I've been trying out Randy, he's pretty nice. I do like using him. I already had him built, kind of. Look at my noob build. I changed it a little bit, but before I only had attack up 1 and 3, and max and critical ups, and was when, like 2 years ago. Kind of bad, but yeah, it's sort of Mega Boost. Anyways, enough about Randy. We've seen Randy way too many times. I mean, if you're an old player, then you already know Randy is just... Anyway, Randy is Randy. We're always happy to see him. But we're going to try and focus on the Part 1 unit, which I have tried to avoid announcing as much as possible. I know you can tell that. We're going to be using just a Thuria with... because I am going to try and show her special as well. So we're going to use that. Which arc will I have on her? Well, good question. I think what I will probably do is put on Icy Guardian, but for now, I'm going to try and put on a DPS arc. I mean, Council 10 could be nice. This could be nice. Let's say she's doing a lot of damage and reaching a damage cap, then you can put on Council of 10, which means she's going to get more damage cap, and her SCT is just going to be crazy, so... yeah, this could be a good combination, this arc with her. But she's Earth attribute and light. There are no Earth or Light UR arcs. There's only Fire, Dark, and Thunder. So for now, I'm just going to put on one of the basic SSR arcs for damage. I really need to focus on this arc. It says maximum of 40%. I need to do a lot of fishing. I know, it's kind of boring. I only have like 1,600 fish and I need 8,000. It's going to take years, literally. So the arc I'm going to be using for this, what is this? When Spear is equipped, grant a chance of reducing defense and mind deal damage. Earth magic costs, it's not really increased damage. The arc I'm going to be using is Phoenix Blow, because skill damage plus 25%. It's the only reason. We're just going to be using this, going into story, which I have still not done yet. Mission rewards. Yeah, daily rewards. And by the way, once you get Duran, you instantly get 1,000 crystals, which is great. Level up for unit 10,000 times. Yeah, these are going to take a while. Anyway, go to story. We're going to try and showcase this unit a bit with her base skills, no dual wield. And just so you know, I've already done the event stages because I wanted to do the events to get the tickets, because what could have happened was I could have ended up using a bunch of paid crystals just to get the unit, and then using tickets afterwards and getting the unit from the tickets. So what you want to do is use your tickets first, because you could get her from tickets if you're lucky, which I was not, but I did have some decent luck with the unit. But yeah, let's go in this stage with this lineup, just with our base skills. There's nothing else to learn. And with this lineup, not really that much, nothing special really, just as paid weapon, so I do not expect her to reach damage cap because she doesn't really have that many learned skills and she's only level 60, so she's not going to do much. But at least now we can finally use Honey Elixir, because I've been wanting to use it. I've been wanting Honey Elixir for so long, because when it came out I had no idea of if it was good or anything. I just wasn't aware of Honey Elixir when it came out. But let's do this. Here's the plan. I don't remember if she has sharp eyes, so I'm just going to use Honey Elixir. Yeah, basically instantly cast. So she can hold 5 of her skill 1, 3 of her skill 2, 3 of her skill 3. Now that is pretty damn nice if you ask me. 5 skill 1 is pretty normal. 3 of her skill 2 is like average or above average, like usually it's 2 or 3. 3 of her skill 3 is like above average. Usually most units hold 1 or 2. Some units holding 3 are just going to be very good. But yeah, let's see. All of their resistances are 0 to earth, so, and light is also 0 apart from the boss, which is minus 50. So we are going to try and showcase her normal skills first, see how they're doing, and then her special. Skill 1 first. Obviously not hitting damage cap, not hitting that much, but if you see this, I like her skill 1. I don't remember how many hits it does, so let me just check. Yes, 7, I think it's 7, which is a very high hit count for a skill 1. Her skill 2 is quite long compared to her skill 1, but here's the thing, her skill 1 is so good. So even though her damage cap is not that high, her skill 1 is great. Her skill 3, by the way, pretty nice. I do like it. You know, spamming her skill 1 and her skill 3 is going to be the way to go, I think. Let's use her special, see what it's like. I know it's going to be pretty nice. Yeah, that's some pretty nice damage. Okay, you can see her damage is not that high at the moment, but that's because it's only her base skills. She's getting some decent MP back from her normal attacks already, about 20. She does have sharp eyes, I think. Yeah, she does already, so that's more damage. Skill 3. Obviously not doing much at the moment, but yeah, that's basically a showcase of her skills and stuff, so what I feel like, spamming her skill 1 and skill 3, that's gonna be a very good thing. That's gonna be like a some pretty fast damage. I mean, don't compare it to other units. Just think of her as a unit by herself. She can support all of your other units by making them take less damage and healing them every 2 seconds by 40 HP. And she also got honey elixir and some buffs. I just think she's going to be a good unit. I mean, yeah, I think she's going to be good. What I am going to do eventually, once I've got her built a lot more, my test is I'm going to try and see what her damage cap can be with this build, mostly with this ring and her paid spear, as well as the Council of 10 arc, which increases damage cap by 2000 more. With that build, with those 3 things together, I think her damage cap is going to be alright. It's going to be pretty decent actually. Once we've got those 3 things together, I think it's going to be some pretty nice damage going on there. But you're really going to need to boost her damage, because Council of 10 doesn't increase physical damage by anything. It only increases SET and skill stock. So yeah, that's not, and damage cap. So yeah. Okay, what we're going to do next, well, we can go into the event with only this is 1 hour 16 minutes about now. One thing I still need to do is showcase Duran, which I could do now, or I could go to the event and try and unlock dual wield. But I'm going to showcase Duran now. Let's go over to him, because that's going to be interesting, because I haven't really looked much into him, so I don't know if he's going to be any good or anything. What arc will I have on him? I don't know. Probably Icy Guardian for sure, but not yet. Okay, so I'm kind of confused as to why all of these skills are already here. I see a problem. It's not. Wait a minute. What? Okay, we're just gonna go build him now. Let's just do that. Let's not ignore that. We're just gonna go. We're not gonna be able to learn everything because the 5th enhance is gonna really screw. Anyways, I think all of those skills in here. Why does he have a biscuit? I don't know why all of these skills are here. Because he's a new unit. It's not a shift unit. I don't know. But he does start off at level 100. I got him to level 101 because I did some of the event stages. They gave some decent XP. Go to library. 200 more souls. Always remember that. Don't forget that. 200 souls. And then you can use it on Awakening if you want. Or save those for the moment. And okay, let's do kind of what we did with part 1 unit. That unit. We're gonna go. You look at his skills. Skill 1 is medium area combo attack, so it's non-attribute attack because it doesn't say its element, it's non-attribute, which is nice. I haven't seen him in battle that much. I haven't tried him, so I don't know if he's going to be able to spam skills that fast. I don't know his hit count really. I do watch the videos and stuff, but I just don't memorize every single detail. So, skill 2 is medium range combo attacks, also non-attribute. I do like his skill 2, it looks nice. I do like it. Skill 3, frontal medium range fire combat attack. So, his skill 1 and skill 2 are non-attribute, skill 3 is fire. Which is very strange because anyway, it's good. It's just if his skill 3 would have been non-attribute as well, I would have definitely preferred that a lot more. But skill 3 is also a powerful fire combo attack to an enemy. I think his special is going to be quite bad unless it's got a lot of damage cap increases, which it doesn't seem like it does at the moment. But actually, maybe his skills have damage cap increases in his abilities. Because if I look at his traits, it's obviously going to be bad, because it's only, we haven't even unlocked everything, so we're going to do that right now. But yeah, I don't know if he's going to be a good unit, but for new players, even for older players, any type of player, you could use him if you want. He's definitely going to be a fun unit, because new units, even if the new unit is bad, they're still going to be fun. That's what I think, in my opinion. Yeah, it's going to be kind of... Okay, so I got to see where... So here, I definitely need more mega clusters. We're going to try and unlock as much as I can, but the 5th enhanced stuff won't be able to do that. Not everything, anyway. Indomitable Spirit's going to be nice. Gotta keep an eye on rainbow clusters. I definitely want the auto haste, so we're not going to get... We're going to try and focus on the more important skills and get those, because I might run out of rainbow clusters. I think I will. Definitely will. Life Brave. I do like that skill. I haven't seen that in a while, actually. Yeah, we can do that. Trait. Okay, we're gonna read that in a bit. We're gonna try and get... Only goes to 1 star. Haven't really read too much into him. We're gonna... Here's the thing, we're gonna learn everything first, as much as we can, then we'll look at everything that he's got. That's how I like doing it. Learn everything first, and then look, because... I mean, looking while you're going through, like this one, it's gonna be nice. Possibly. I can't get this stuff, armor high boost. It's gonna be nice, but... Don't have the books yet, because I only really craft 3 books at a time. Because I kind of want to, you know, limited on materials and stuff. I really need to do a lot more farming. Fighting Spirit 3, definitely going to want that. And all these sabers. These saber skills are kind of weird. Because an extra attribute attack to regular attacks. If it was physical attacks, that would be very good. I would like that. If it was physical attacks, that would be great. But since it's only normal attacks, don't really care. Really don't. But maybe it's still good. Like, it might still be good. Yeah, 2B is definitely better than Duran. I mean, 2B's damage cap is kind of a bit strange because her damage cap depends on her combo. So most of the time her damage cap's going to be pretty low compared to newer units like Loxus. Compared to Loxus, obviously. But the thing that's good about 2B is her skills. Her hit counts are pretty good, and all of her skills are very fast skills, so she can do a lot of damage in a small amount of time, and she can do very good damage, even though her damage cap isn't the best thing we've seen. Her skills are what make up for it, because you can just spam her skills. That's what's gonna make her do a lot of damage, is just spamming skills. So as long as you have the ability, like, again, Honey Elixir, if you have Honey Elixir on 2B, that's a very good suggestion. Think about that, because 2B is non-attribute, and since she's non-attribute, and if you're using a non-attribute sword, that means her MP from Goddess Kiss is going to be stupidly high on pretty much all of her normal hits. And with Honey Elixir, that's just going to be allow her to spam all of her skills like a lot of the time, which means she's going to do a lot of damage that way. I did want to do that. I have been doing that with Apple Pie for a while, but now I'm going to change out Apple Pie and use Honey Elixir instead on literally everything. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So how are we doing so far with our skills? I think we're getting close to 4th enhanced skills. I could try and unlock 5th enhanced skills, but I'm not going to be able to do everything. Yeah, well, if you don't have 2B, that's kind of a problem, because 2B's not going to come back. She might not come back ever, or they'll do a rerun. But don't expect a rerun anytime soon. Attack Saber. That's interesting. We'll look at that in a minute. But yeah, if you don't have 2B, then I guess it kind of sucks because you're not going to be able to get her at all. So try alternative non-attribute units, or just use a support unit which is non-attribute. The best non-attribute units currently, well, the only non-attributes that I can think of really that are usable, obviously 2B, Duran is still a good unit because he has the armor which reduces immune to flinch basically. 106, I think we're missing 2 for 4th enhance. The other units that I can think of, like Randy's non-attribute, and actually you could use Randy because he got a buff recently. Don't try and get him specifically, but if you do get him while going for Honey Elixir, then that's great. If you don't have anything else, you could use him if you want, because he's still... his hit count is kind of a bit... it's kind of weird hit count, but... I might try and build Randy just because I like using him. And I haven't used him in a long time. It kind of brings back old memories of 2 years ago. So yeah, that's why I want to use him. Last skill here. I do remember crafting 3 books, but kind of want to get the other unit to 5th enhance, but I got level up anyway. It's these white. Yeah, 3 blue ones, more SC. I ran out. I literally have 0 rainbow clusters, so yeah, I guess that's gone out the window, so... Okay, here's his stats. Right now, without any equipment, without anything. Strength is pretty high, not gonna lie, pretty nice. We're gonna be awakening him with the souls. Not gonna be getting his ward yet, that's gonna be the last thing I'm gonna do, because his ward isn't that important. The wards that I like personally are wards that increase damage cap, because I like as much damage cap as possible. And I don't know about you, high numbers always makes me happy. I mean, yeah, between single wield or dual wield, seeing the high numbers kind of more satisfying, seeing high numbers. So his abilities, they don't seem to get damage cap increases, I didn't really look. But the 5th enhanced skills, let me at least look at them. So that doesn't increase anything, yeah, they don't increase. If his skills increase damage cap, they would have been nice. Armor high boost, some more stats, that one, then this one. So yeah, I'm not really missing out on anything. I mean, I'm missing out on a few skills, but no damage cap increases. I'm not missing out on damage cap increases, so this is going to be like his maximum damage cap for now. I was kind of expecting his trait to get increased with 5th enhance, but I guess not. So let's look at him right now. His stats are pretty nice. Obviously his mind is pretty low. Defense is actually going to be good. He's level 100 though. Abilities, we've already went through those, they're not changed. Traits, is what's going to be interesting. So trait 1, become a berserker class. Nice, I guess. When only a weapon equipped is 1 sword, then physical damage 30% and damage cap plus 12,000. Now here's the thing. 12,000 is nice, but other units get like plus 20,000 damage cap instead. So he's definitely not gonna compare to other single wield units like the 3 currently, A2, Lanceville and Leona. Those three are probably going to be better than Duran, but Duran probably has other usabilities, it has other usage, right, and he has non-attribute skills, so it can be used in more places, I guess you can say that. But yeah, let's see. Trait 2, when a unit nears death on a boss wave, very greatly restore HP and recover 2 SCT stock for all skills. Now that is pretty nice, but again, when unit is near death on a boss wave, limited there, but it's still a nice thing. So, traits are not amazing. I do like trait 1, but it could be better with more damage cap. More damage would be nice, but let's look at skills now. I'm still confused with why there's all these bunch of skills here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why all of these skills are learned, because I have not used them. Let's just look at everything he's got. So, all of these Saber skills, flame, ice, stone, thunder, you get the idea. There's no light Saber. That's kind of a pun. A lightsaber. Kind of makes sense why they didn't have a lightsaber. Anyways, lightsaber's not here. It's not Star Wars. But all of these just add that attribute extra attack to regular attacks, which is alright, I guess. But we're gonna have to see all of his skills at the bottom first, which is gonna make more sense. HP up max, attack up max, fighting spirit 3, critical up 2, aim vitals, life brave, auto critical 1 haste, fury 2, attack raise, no attack raise 3 by the way. I mean, this is what's disappointing. This unit could have had the potential to be quite a strong unit, but they made his potential lower because he's a free unit. If they put him in the gacha and made him stronger and just given us a free ticket to get one of the 2 random units, that would have been better in my opinion, because they both would have been strong. This unit could have been stronger. If they put him in the gacha, he probably would have been stronger than this, but the good thing is he's free, so I guess that's fine. But still, I personally preferred it when they given us a guaranteed ticket for one of the new units, because that's pretty nice. No attribute, attack raise, pose of glory, piercing, triple impact's interesting. Double hander is nice, so that's 5,000 more damage cap. Sword boost, no mega boost, it's disappointing as well. No mega boost and no attack raise 3. Ultimate boost, indomitable spirit is nice. Giant killing, savage strike. Accuracy is slightly reduced, but physical attack damage plus 50%. Now here's the thing. I don't really like this that much because you have a chance to miss your attacks, but you have more damage. It's kind of weird. I mean, I've never ever used the skill on a unit before, so this would be the kind of first time that I'm gonna use it, because this is already on him, so might as well use it. But yeah, once in a while you're gonna miss attacks, which gonna be your overall DPS is gonna be a lot lower if you're missing attacks, but still. Attack skills use 5% on max HP for damage plus 10%. Berserker class plus 25% instead, and skill damage cap plus 2000. Now, I'm pretty sure he's going to have Berserker class all the time, because his trait 1, right, become a Berserker class. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much active all the time. 2000 more damage cap on that, and 25% more damage, but using HP. It's not that big of a deal, it's kind of like Berserker skill. You could put Berserker on if you want, I probably might. It depends. Attack Saber is a new one. All extra attacks deal 1.2 times more damage. This is going to be great for Icy Guardian, that's going to be so good. Duelist class. When an extra damage buff is applied to unit, physical damage cap plus 1000, Berserker 2000 instead, so I have no idea what that class is. Duelist class. Duelist. Where'd you get Duelist from? I don't know, because the trait is become a Berserker class. Here's what I'm thinking. I think I get it. You become a Berserker when you equip one weapon, which is a sword, right? But if you're equipping no weapons, you don't get any of the classes, right? But if you're using dual wields, you get the duelist buff, which is plus 1000. But if you're equipping one sword, then it's the Berserker class. That's what I think it is. I don't think you're even gonna... Don't bother using him as dual wield, probably. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea if it's gonna be good dual wield, because his first trait is one weapon equipped as sword. So yeah. Probably just gonna use him as a single wield sword unit. But so far, his damage cap doesn't look that high for a single wield unit, because most single wield units have had around 45,000 damage cap, about 50, around that range damage cap on average, always above 40,000. I don't think he reaches 40,000. I think it's like around 30, so something like that, which is kind of bad. And if his skills are kind of slow as well, I haven't tried it, but if they are, then I don't think he's going to be that great. Guard Saber, when an extra attack damage buff is applied to a unit, apply damage taken minus 10% buff to the unit. But yeah, he has some good skills which have the potential, but I think he's missing out on a lot of skills here. But the good thing is you can get 110 SE on him once you max him out. You get 10 prisms from the event, which could be nice, but... Okay, let's try and showcase him now, but first thing I'm going to put on some equipment. Obviously I need a sword. We're going to be... you can only equip sword, that makes sense. What sword? Any sword. A sword that increases damage. Probably this one. Which also one's Leog as well. Armor doesn't really matter too much. Accessories... I'm probably going to make him a non-attribute unit, because only his skill 3 and special is fire. So you could put on Katsuchi, but that's not going to apply to his skill 1 and skill 2. So I'm going to put on some good accessories. I know I have some. That one is definitely going to be good because he's equipping a sword, and the last accessory I can think of is going to be from your arc, which is this one. Where is it? Down here. I know it's near the bottom. It's gonna be here. This one. Yeah. Using it on Randy because I was using him. Yeah, I'm gonna use this for now. The armor obviously not the best, but the sword is pretty nice. Those two accessories are gonna be pretty good for damage. This is just gonna be a non-attribute build mostly. His strength is pretty good actually, and his defense. But he has 5th enhance, level 101. We're gonna use the same sword, the same arc. Use the same arc. Give good example. He's obviously not gonna do much because you know he doesn't have. He's not fully built, he's just his basic skills and everything. I expect he's going to hit higher damage than the other unit, obviously, because he's 5th enhance and level 101. But let's see. So, let's go. Also going to see his special. I do want to see how fast his skills are and the hit count, because that's going to determine if he's going to be a good DPS or not. If not, then he's only going to be really good for newer players. Okay, so he doesn't have Honey Elixir, which I kind of miss already. I already miss it. We're just going to be spamming Glass Record because I like it a lot. That's what I've been using so much. It's so good. But anyways, let's see how much skill stock I can get. First of all, Saber. I'm just going to use Flame Saber for now. Keep using Glass Record just so I can get the skill stock up. How much can he hold of a skill 3 is what I want to know. Skill 2 can only hold 2, skill 1 is only 4, skill 3 I expect is probably a 2 as well. Yep, so his skill stock is a lot lower compared to the other units. I still don't want to pronounce it, but yeah. She can hold 5, 3, 3. Duran can hold 4-2-2. So, man, it's not the best. But, I mean, it's alright. It's kind of low, really. Okay, what we're going to do now, I'm going to try and focus on his skills, see what he can do. Okay. You keep missing, stop missing. Okay. His damage... I mean, it's kind of hard to showcase this. Skill 2, I do like it, but... Okay, I've already determined what I think of this. Is this skill 1 7 hits? Or is it less? I thought it was less. I thought it was like... I think it might be 7. I can't tell because Therius being a douche ruining everything. It's only... Is it? How many is it? 3? You can't tell me it's 3. I swear it's more than that. I missed. Oh right, I get it. He keeps missing hits because of that damn skill that decreases accuracy. So he's not hitting all of his hits because he just missed one. I think it's like 4. Yeah, okay, I don't like this. I really hate this. Okay. Oh, God. No. Okay. His skill 3 is actually nice. His skill 3 is good. But one of those misses that I'm getting is just kind of ruining it. So I might have to remove that because I know it's 50% more damage, but less accuracy kind of just sucks. So he is hitting decent numbers, but his skills are kinda... his skill 2 is good. It looks nice, but it's slow. His skill 3, I do like his skill 3. But again, it's fire. Let's use his special, which is also fire. How many hits? 36. Okay. This unit, I personally... yeah, definitely the other unit is better than him for sure, so far. From base skills, other unit is definitely better. And the other unit has definitely got more usability. I mean, Duran is only a free unit, so you can't expect him to be that great, but the good thing is he is a DPS unit. This is like the first free unit that has been a DPS, but the sad truth is he's not that great as a DPS unit. There's literally no reason to use him because if you're experienced player or just any kind of mid player and you have some of those top tier units like even Roy or Loxus or anything like Lanceville or just any of the most recent units, if you have any recent unit DPS, then they are most likely going to perform better than him so far. So yeah, that's just what I think. I'm still going to build him anyways and try and use him, but I don't know how good he's going to be, and I hate this skill. This skill's bad, just because accuracy is slightly reduced. You're missing hits, which means your overall damage is going to be lower. I'm just going to turn that off. I don't like it. Now your hits are going to be a lot more, you know, consistent hits. So yeah, that's what I'd probably recommend. If you're a new player, you might as well use him because he can still probably carry you through the story, most of it. He isn't bad. I just feel like he's not the best. I would definitely use the other unit over him, but I'm still gonna try and build him anyway. One question I have is why is this collab units up here? I mean that's probably why, probably because Randy and other collab units are up here as well, so kind of going with these. Because usually the new collab units get added down here. Anyways, so far, I personally feel like she is definitely going to be a great unit. I do feel like she's gonna have some good usability in content like hard bosses and stuff. I don't know if you're gonna use her specifically, like if you're gonna use her for a DPS, that's not gonna be the best thing to do because she is also a support unit. Try and use her as a support slash DPS because that's what she's gonna be mostly focused on doing. You can make her a pretty good DPS if you want, but remember the support role as well. And she also got Honey Elixir and stuff, so I think she's going to be great. Now, Duran is a different story. I feel like he is not as good, but he's free, so you might be able to make some good builds with him because you can get him to 110 SC. So he could eventually be good if you build him enough. And maybe if you put on Icy Guardian, starting getting a bunch of extra hits, all of those pursuit attacks are going to be pretty nice. But or another, I got an idea, a good idea maybe, is you could, if you get Honey Elixir, which I expect most should here, get Honey Elixir, you put it on Duran, and you just make his normal attacks do a ridiculous amount of damage. And that's going to mean he's going to be able to restore a bunch of MP from his normal hits and be a good, basically a good SET battery for Honey Elixir, spam Honey Elixir a bunch of times. You could do that, which might be a good thing to do, but there's other units that could do that, like Bayland is a good one because of charisma, and even the other collab unit is good for that because she already has Honey Elixir and has all the kits for it already. And Randy is pretty good with that too because his normal attacks have slayers, so he's going to be good with Honey Elixir. But yeah, my overall thoughts on this part 1 so far, he is a good free unit. Definitely build him and use him because he's going to be fun to use. Even if he's not the best unit, definitely use him because yeah, it's still going to be fun. And she is definitely going to be a good unit. I don't know if I recommend to do summons for her. Here's what I'm going to recommend. Go for Honey Elixir first. Save the rest of your crystals for part 2 because the part 2 unit could be better. She could be better, the part 2 unit, because I think she could be a mage or something, but we don't have any information on her yet, so we gotta wait on that information, which pretty much always happens with these collabs, is the part 1 unit is usually good, pretty good, but the part 2 usually looks like it has the potential to be better. But we don't know yet. So yeah, get Honey Elixir first. That's the first priority, is Honey Elixir, and then save the rest of your crystals for part 2, and then decide on which unit you want, because she's definitely a good unit. She might be worth getting, but we just got to wait. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on this part 1 so far. And the only thing we haven't done yet is go through the event, so this is going to be the last thing. And then I guess that's going to be it. So there are 2 events and Tower of Trials, which is going to be good. This Tower of Trials is going to be nice because I think the Tower of Trials got some stages specifically for the collab. But yeah, this second event is the rerun, basically. The first event is the new event, which I've already done most of it because I wanted the tickets. Just farm a bunch of this event. You might as well go and get all of Duran's prisms, which I've apparently already got 2 somehow from doing the event. Pretty easy to get them all. You might as well just do all the events, get everything, because it's definitely worth getting everything. And there's so many seeds here, which is used for the magic box, which you can get some equipment, which I haven't really looked at all. So yeah, basically just focus on doing this event. The boss is pretty cool, but it just dies too easily. There are some good things. I think there are some stuff in the trading space on that one. I'll be looking at that later. Anyway, I've been talking way too much. It's been an hour and 15 minutes now. My conclusion of part 1 of this collab so far. I do feel like people are definitely going to enjoy this collab. Probably because of Honey Elixir is back. Most people are looking forward to that. And it's definitely going to be one thing that people are going to want. Yeah, Rise, I still don't know how to pronounce the name, but she is definitely a strong unit. But most people are saying save crystals for part 2 because part 2's unit might be better. I didn't have to do that many summons for her, which was lucky for me. But if you don't have that many crystals, or if you're limited on crystals, Honey Elixirs first, and then save for part 2. Because part 2, we don't know what the unit will be. And a lot of people are saying she's bad, that this unit is bad, but she's not. It's just people are used to a ridiculous amount of damage in DPS units for a while, right? And we haven't had many support units in a long time. Like, Thuria is still one of the best units, and it's been literally ages, and she's still a top tier unit and one of the best units in the game at the moment because she's a support unit. If you think of it like that, this unit is also a hybrid DPS slash support unit because she's got some very good skills which can stack. I'm pretty sure these are not buffs, so they're going to stack with other buffs. So I personally feel like she's going to be a very good unit and a DPS too. But if you want the highest DPS possible, obviously she is nowhere near the highest DPS, but I still feel like her skill 1 and skill 3 are going to be pretty spammable and going to be able to do some pretty good damage. So I'm definitely going to be focusing on building her a lot very soon, hopefully. But yeah, that's basically what I think. Just get Honey Elixir first, and then if you manage to get that, save the rest for part 2, and just to see if that unit is going to be worth getting more than the part 1. Because they might both be good, but yeah. That's pretty much everything for this part 1. Yeah, I'm just going to be saving all of my crystals now for part 2. I'm not going to be doing any more summons at all because the arc is nice, but I don't really care too much about it, so I'm not going to be using crystals for it. And yeah, I am missing Prim. I'm missing Prim and Secret of Mana. I have heard Prim is pretty good now. She's a pretty good unit now because of her skill 3 is 30,000 damage cap, and that is pretty damn nice. So yeah, she is going to be a pretty nice unit now. But I'm not going to go for any of them specifically. I'm just going to save crystals because I feel like that's the smartest thing to do. But yeah, that's everything for me for this part 1. I should be back next week because I'm pretty sure next week is part 2. 2nd of December. Finally getting into December, which is going to be Christmas event soon. Not soon, but in a month from now. Literally a month from now. It's gonna get, yeah, it's coming up. But yeah, that's all for me for this video slash stream. If you've been here for the whole thing, then I thank you for being here for this long, because geez, it's a long stream. But there's definitely been a lot of stuff to do, and there's definitely a lot more stuff for me to do, because I gotta do a lot of farming, and find these cactus. I still gotta find these. But yeah, I'm gonna be focusing on doing this event in my own time. I basically did all the reviews and stuff that I wanted to do, and all of my thoughts and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Hopefully everyone else has some good luck with this collab, and you better get Honey Elixir, otherwise you're really missing out on a lot. Honey Elixir is definitely worth more than the units, so keep that in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else today, so I will see you in a week from now. Exact same day, around about the same time probably. We'll see, but yeah, thanks for coming. Hope you enjoy this collab so far. It's gonna be a nice one. Can already tell. There's gonna be so many people spamming Honey Elixir in multiplayer soon. It's gonna be dreadful, but anyways, I'll see you in part 2. I'll see you then. Thanks for coming, and bye.